interesting you bring up Onision and Venomfang because I've had a few PMs about them. Venomfang, I was preparing a commentary about Onision. I've had a few PMs about him telling me that he's getting a divorce. Now, normally I couldn't care less about that vegetable fucking mouth breather, but his fans are all over him about how he's such a great guy, how he should try and patch things up with his wife, blah, blah, blah. Now, as you know, I think even less of the average Onision fan than I do of Greg himself. So before they go offering the guy some herbal tea and some sympathy and to read him a PETA-approved bedtime story, why don't they just try and keep their noses out of it in case he's lying to them again, you know, like he did with his religious cult or his DMCA abuse? I mean, I would sooner take the word of Kent Hovind than I would of Onision, for fuck's sake. I have to congratulate his now former wife, I guess, for showing some backbone and a bit of self-respect for leaving the narcissistic prick, if anything. I called it a while back when he made that self-pitying video after he was flagged, and he said that if he didn't have YouTube, he'd have nothing to live for. I mean, that's fucking great reassurance for any partner, isn't it? I mean, how much time did the guy actually spend with his wife compared to the time he was sat making his shitty web forums and he was making his lousy YouTube videos? So, by all means, Greg can cry for the cameras when people mock him over this, but his tears will be as fake as he is. But you were asking me about Venomfang. I predicted for the longest time that he'd be back, but let's face it, Uri Geller couldn't even got that one wrong. The only thing I was wrong about was I said that he'd be gone a full year, he'd be back in January. I mean, in the old days, if someone said a full year, you'd expect them to be gone for the full 12 months, give or take a day or two. But I've not watched a whole lot of the stuff that Sean's done recently. But he's been getting some shout-outs from people I like, such as Coughlin, because of his attempt to parody the Old Spice videos, and Jordan Owen 42 for appearing to be more rational with his arguments. But the stuff I've seen and the comments I've read from this page made me want to put my fucking fist through my laptop screen. I mean, at the moment, Sean is putting on a nice guy image and allowing comments and unblocking accounts, and saying he'd like a second chance. But I think that second chance is a bit undeserved, don't you? I mean, the guy ripped off a children's hospital. He's made no effort to apologise or compensate them in any way. Did any of that expensive equipment he bought, like the DVD burning tower, or what the fuck else did he buy? A camera, I think he bought, and a couple of expensive microphones. Did any of that get sold off with the proceeds going to Sick Kids Hospital, you know, to try and pay them back in some way? No. Has he publicly acknowledged what he did to Sick Kids Hospital? No. So why the hell should he be given a second chance when he hasn't even acknowledged what he has actually done wrong and apologised to those he has actually truly wronged? It's like a drunk man who beats his wife then apologising to her afterwards for drinking too much, but he doesn't admit openly that he smacked her around. So why the fuck should I give this guy a second chance when he hasn't even apologised for his first mistake? Sure, he apologised to DPR Jones, but wouldn't you? I mean, the man was threatening to take you to court after you'd filed a false claim against him. You'd leaked out his personal information and branded him a pedophile. Hell, I'd put on a tutu and dance around to the Macarena if he wanted me to. I mean, what the fuck? The sad part is I don't think we'll even hear him apologising for ripping off his audience or for stealing from a bunch of dying kids, because maybe if he admits his guilt on camera, Sick Kids Hospital might use it to come looking for their money. And let's not forget, about 5 months ago, was it, he was still spouting the Hovind bullshit as Bible Barney. I'm just waiting for all those slope-headed knuckle-draggers to wake up and smell the bullshit, because this guy's wallowing in it to this day. Maybe he'll prove me wrong and keep up the nice guy routine until he finally realises there are better things to do in life than make YouTube videos, but until he apologises to Sick Kids Hospital, or even shows some sign that he intends to give back some of the money that he stole from them, fuck him, and fuck the gullible morons who want to sing his praises now, because he's somehow magically transformed into something that resembles a human being.